All right then. ZoMG, a stream? Yes. A stream. Same Dragonfly time, same swamp time, same swamp channel. So today, yeah, hi CIA, hi Ateli, hi Yamashugam. Yeah, so today we've got Fumo playing Elphelt versus Nage playing Faust, and I'm looking forward to this because Nage is always a treat to watch. You know, going through these matches and doing commentary for them has reminded me of why I love Xrd. And it's also sort of woken me up from like the complacency that I was in from just playing Street Fighter 6 for the last 2 years, basically. Because I really do enjoy Street Fighter 6, but the balanced decisions that have been made in that game are a little disappointing. So I've been enjoying going back to Xrd and just being able to play a game that's exactly how I remember it and has a lot of good stuff, even if it also has a lot of bad stuff. Like Mei or Amelia or Baiken. It's funny, I was having a great time playing Xrd, and then I played the Mei matchup, and I was like, oh right, yeah, the Mei matchup. Larry, this stream schedule coincides with a big gap in my schedule, which is perfect for me. Hello again, Dragonfly. Hello, Larry. I don't recognize you. Although I did play somebody named Evil Larry in the Xrd lobby last night, so I don't know. Are you Larry, or are you Evil Larry? Wasn't me, that must have been my evil twin. Noted. Well, he beat me a shit ton, so I guess he is evil. And he played Slayer, so, you know, we know that he's evil. Ateli, come back to Xrd, Obama. Yeah, I'd love him to come back to Xrd. Although, I will put an asterisk, and I'll say that I am a little less of a fan of Majin Obama than most people are, but that's kind of a quibble. Anyway, here we've got Nage on the left. I'm sure you all know him. And we've got Fumo on the right. Fumo-kun, as the Japanese scene apparently calls him, or did call him. They're just talking about the characters and about the matchup and stuff, so... Let's skip ahead to the good stuff, which is, yep, this is what the matchup feels like. If I were going into battle against Elphelt, I'd want a bulletproof vest too. And a helmet, just for extra protection. Ah, that's beautiful. You know, of all the things that they did to Faust in Strive, I think making his, what is it, the golf club in that game? Like, they basically took the reflect property of his 5D in this game, and they sort of upgraded it into like an actual special move, which is nice. Oh, sorry, who's the artist for this? Ryoku Hatumapa. Now this is lovely. You know, as much as I absolutely despise fighting Elphelt in this game, and to a degree Faust, I do appreciate that the majority of the top tiers are... They're not just dumping stuff on you and doing, like, completely uninteractable mix-ups. Elphelt has semi-interactable unblockables, which we may or may not see. I'm sure that Nage has all of the counterplay. So as far as the matchup goes, both of these characters are pretty comfortable at basically the same range. And I was thinking about the different ranges that they like to play in, right? There's like super long range, where you're outside of threat range, and both of them are actually very comfortable there, because they both represent a concept that I don't think is discussed very much in fighting games, but which I picked up from trading card games from Magic, which is called inevitability. And the concept is, if nothing happens from now on and we just get to do stuff without interacting with each other, who wins? And in Magic, it's, you know, if I have a creature and I'm attacking for 3 and you have nothing, then obviously I win eventually. But in a fighting game, it's sort of like the timer, right? Like if nothing happens, who wins? And so both of these characters normally enjoy being left alone because Faust can farm items and Elphelt can just throw the grenade. Or set up a sniper, or both. Whereas when they both try to go in through the mid-range, they're both, I mean, like, Elphelt might have a slight advantage there, just because her buttons are better than basically everybody's, including Faust. And at the close range, I think Elphelt has, like, the decisive advantage, just because she has more fast buttons that cover the space in front of her really well. Whereas Faust he's good because he can just disengage from that range pretty free. But we'll see how that plays out in practice. Attili, this matchup, according to some Faust players, is very even. When I play it, it's 7-3 because I can't perfect reload for shit. Understandable. Yeah, I think it's probably even. Like, Faust is definitely a top tier, but I play several characters who go even against him, and I'll play 2 characters who go even against him, or even slightly beat him. So it's not like he's unbeatable. It's not like you can't do shit. Oh, good lord, Fumo already getting his wrist cranked. Nice backdash. Oh, this is gonna hurt. Oh, okay. Nage baiting burst. Okay, yeah, so we do have both commentators. Okay, cool. Oh, yeah, that was a weird combo. Hang on, I need to see that again. One more time. Okay, so bomb. Okay, yeah, that's a thing that Faust has in this game, which he doesn't have in the old games, and which became a new mechanic in Strive. If he holds down 236P for item throw, the item lands closer to him. And they put this in there specifically so that when you're doing corner pressure with items, you don't throw the item off screen and have it either stop existing or be invisible. And he RC's here in the middle of the combo, just to stabilize it, because he sees the bomb's going to blow up. And Fumo decides to burst. Reasonable burst. Oh. Yeah, that's... Oh my... Elphelt 6H is a fucking insane button. Look at this. Like, literally, just look at this. She's standing here. She's standing outside of, like, most characters' footsie's range, and she just sends 6H and it just hits. On counter hit, that's a ground bounce. Oh, sorry, Attili, was he baiting burst? I don't think that Nage was, like, intentionally baiting burst there. I think he just happened to do a combo that was very safe. No, because if you wanted to bait burst, I think there's a slightly different RC point you could do. Oh, he actually blows himself up there. Rare mistake from Nage. He normally just doesn't make mistakes. Oh yeah, that's unsafe. RC? No. Makes sense. There, yeah, okay, there's the burst bait. He doesn't quite time it properly. Oh, the 5H blowing up the grenade. Yep. And that's the thing. That button from Faust right there, that's 5P. That's 6 frames startup, which is 1 frame worse than usual. But it's not actually a really big deal in the grand scheme of things, because a lot of characters in this game mash with 6 frame normals anyway. So the fact that it's huge, and it's also +2, which means it's basically safe in every context, is actually makes it one of the better normals for mashing and stuff. I think it's fairly easy to low profile, but I've been wrong before. I'm going to turn up the volume very slightly. Coom's 2P is 4 frames, and it's also huge for what it is. Yes. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, and another thing about Coom's 2P is that it hits all the way to the ground, so you can't low profile it. There are some low profile interactions, like Amelia's roll, that will go under moves that they don't necessarily look like they should, like Raven 2S, which is an interaction that has come up a lot for me. Yeah. Oh, nice conversions from Fumo there. Yeah. And it's a little bit messy, but that's fine. The thing about Faust is that, like, on paper he has, like, quote-unquote bad defensive mechanics because his his hurt box is so big, and he has that slow normal. But in practice, half of your moves just whiff on him if he's, like, just standing there. So the amount of pressure that you can do is actually, like, quite limited just by virtue of him existing on the screen. Having a fucked up hurt box is by far the best defensive mechanic in this game. I'm also going to point out that these arcade cabinets are played with... The arcade cabinets that these players are playing on have 6 frames of input delay. So mix-ups that are even slightly reactable, like Faust 6H, becomes significantly harder to react to. And a lot of the reason why these players are blocking stuff like that is because they're fuzzy jumping, or fuzzy blocking. That was a sick conversion, by the way. I love that. This is... Okay. So it's 2P sweep, jump cancel, and this is genuinely like a weakness that does affect Faust in a lot of matchups. He's so big, you just get like character-specific extensions on him. And I would love it if more fighting games had stuff like that, where the character is intentionally big and just gets hit by everything. Because I think it's a fun challenge, because your combos don't stop working on him, unlike, you know, Elphelt. And it just offers you a lot of opportunity to convert off of different hits. And because Faust spends so much time doing small conversions off of pokes, it sort of evens out, right? Like he can get hit and eat a lot of damage at his optimal range. In fact, hang on, I want to hang on. Okay, yeah, so this is a fairly long one. I will try not to slow down too much unless I see something really cool. That was a cool air break from a Faust, doing the faultless defense air break. Yeah, but like you can see, both of these characters are really comfortable at long range. They're both spending long periods of time just like zoning, throwing stuff on the screen. Fumo willing to spend YRC just to get in, just to escape the corner because he doesn't want to deal with the mini Faust. Oh my god. Nice 2H actually. Oh dear. You're not dead. Bomb? Yeah. Something that I think people just took for granted about Faust, but which contributed to him being top tier or high tier in almost every version of Guilty Gear prior to Strive, was that even when he throws out an item that's technically symmetrical, like a bomb, he has a much better understanding of when that bomb is going to explode than most people do, like the Faust player does. So he's a lot more comfortable running mix into it, basically. This is something that tapers off a little bit as people actually get better at the matchup. How to know when a Guilty Gear is good? Faust is probably top tier or near it. Yeah, I think I'd agree with that. I'm trying not to grouse too much about plus R and quote-unquote good, but yeah, that's pretty good. Because Faust he's generally a pretty, I won't say honest, but he's a pretty what you see is what you get kind of character. And I've had people, many people, all right, more than one person, tell me that fighting Faust is a lot of fun. And I agree with that as somebody who, oh my god, until stuff like this happens. Look at this, 2 jackpot donuts. 2 jackpot donuts for free. Until something like that happens, and he just rolls the same item twice in a row. Oh my god, he juggled into 2H. That's insane. Okay, hang on. Okay, throws the bomb. 5P, 2K, jump cancel. Right, and you could jump cancel off the second hit in this game. I forgot. In plus R, in the older games, you can only jump cancel off the first hit, and the first hit is a mid. So he does a second hit here, jump cancel, instant overhead, into a double jump, and he lands and gets 2H for that juicy damage and the stable combo into pogo. Nage is so good at this game. Nice blitz. Actually, fighting against Faust is fighting against Faust for me. It's neither super fun nor super boring. Super boring. Nick, fighting Faust is always fun for me. Yeah, I think Faust encourages both players to improvise a lot, and I enjoy doing that. I really like it when games encourage you to do that. Meanwhile, the thing about Elphelt is that she can kind of just do it. She can kind of flail rather than improvise. Nage tried to do the 6p plus H throw option select, like the throw anti-air option select there, which is really good with Faust because his 6p is crazy good. Yeah, the black hole is also really funny. Oh no. Okay, it wasn't a ton of damage. Yeah, and this is one issue that Faust like has always plagued Faust in every version of Guilty Gear, which is that he doesn't really knock down from air combos. He can kind of do it in plus R, but only if he's like fairly close to the ground anyway. Because Fumo was FDing him out, even though the instant overhead hits, the dive kick doesn't. So he gets like a stray hit in a block string and it doesn't convert. And it didn't require anything like, you know, like the fucking French bread under night approach, where the move just like does 10% less hit stun if it hits on like at this distance or something. And it doesn't require the like modern fighting game approach where like the move behaves differently on like its first active frame to prevent anything like that ever happening. Yeah. Nice backdash. Yeah, he still gets a knockdown from that. Look at all the corner carry too. Throw, combo off of throw. Oh, not quite, not quite. That was a really smart wake-up super by Nage, actually, because he knew that the grenade was going to be hitting meaty. Like the grenade was going to, like the collision travel hitbox of the grenade was going to be there. And it only does like 1 damage. So this actually makes it hard for Fumo to punish. Yeah, in this case he was locked in loaded, so to speak. So he got that punish. But it's fun when you get to get hit on purpose and sort of replace the recovery of your move with the hit stun of the move.
You don't want to get downloaded. Bareru, that means to be downloaded in Japanese. The struggle to remain undownloaded. Mixing up your offensive options. Oh my gosh.
Imagine Obama's talking about Bareru and the struggle of not getting downloaded when you're playing long sets, and that's something I've always been terrible at. I'm really bad at mixing up my offense. Which is why I tend to play characters like Raven and Sin, who just have really good offense, or who just kill you off a very basic offense. Sorry, oh yeah, nice round start. Let's look at this round start. A jump, interesting. You feel the same, Ateli? Yeah. Oh my god, unblockable. Oh my, yeah, and the bomb has so much hit stun, it actually, like, resets the juggle height. And this is what happens when you get counter hit. Oh, he almost got, this is what happens when you get counter hit by Elphelt 6H. He almost got a bigger combo off of that. So at the end, okay, hang on. This is what I'm talking about with, like, improvising. Faust's combos are really stable, so he goes into 2D pogo here, and that wall bounces, so he knows that he has time to do the hop forward, and he can do pogo P, which is the tongue here. The thing is, normally you only do one of these, so that you have a little bit more time, or that you can immediately dismount and then do Oki. But in this case, Nage goes for 2 of them, which puts him much farther away and gives him worse Oki, but he just wanted to do that to kill time with the poison. Good of him to know that he could go 2S5H as a punish from there. Cynic judge better half. Yeah, it's that is one thing that I think prevents Fumo from being like the best player in Japan, or like the best player in his region, even though he's really good. And he plays Elphelt, who's broken, which is that he tends to have a mental game that is a little bit more panicky. It's a little more prone to being emotional. Whereas I feel like Nage is just so calm and collected at every opportunity. I was like a ghetto unblockable. That was a scuffed unblockable. Look, so he goes into shotgun loops. And normally, yeah, he just throws out the grenade and he just spends 75 meter. And he actually RRCs the unblockable. He RRCs while in sniper stance with the block stun from the grenade. And then just goes, and just does the unblockable. This character is so fucking stupid. Nage technically could have done a dead angle to go past that if he had expected the timing, but I think he was just getting a bit of a deer in the headlights phenomenon there. Actually, being emotional is the default state of the Elphelt player. God damn, I'm an Elphelt player then, because I'm fucking emotional all the time. I was getting real emotional when I was playing last night and just getting rinsed by Slayer. Getting a real doomer about Raven matchups. Oh. So, I guess I should mention the jackpot items, because those were introduced in Rev 2.0, which is the version of the game they're playing now. So, the fun fact... Hey, I'm going to go back and focus on this, because we're still near the start of the stream, and I want to maximize that engagement. So he gets the anti-air here. Pop quiz, how many of you know how jackpot items are calculated in Faust's item throw? Losing to Slayer deals more psychic damage than losing to like anyone else. I personally get psychic damage from Leo more than Slayer, but yeah. Lost Soul is known for being emotional. Now I discover that so is Fumo. 20% chance? I tell you, well, I certainly don't. Yeah, so this is a pretty undocumented part of Faust's item RNG, and I don't know how it works in the older games, but in Xrd, every time Faust throws an item, there's a check that's done, and it generates a random number, and I'll bring it up on Dustloop, actually. They have a chart on Dustloop. Essentially, it checks to see what item he's rolling, and then if he rolls an item that has a jackpot variant... Yeah, here it is. It checks to see if he's rolling an item, and then it checks to see if that item has a jackpot variant, whether or not he rolls it. So this is pretty small, isn't it? Yeah, and unfortunately, this is not an amazing chart. I made a better chart than this years ago, but I made the mistake of hosting it on, what was it, mixtape.moe, and that site went down, so now all we have is this, which is worse, but whatever. So you can see, the most common items are meteors, and that's meteors, yeah, at about slightly more than 15%, like, I think that's like a 16% chance, and hammer. And meteors is like the best item, and hammer's like okay. And then underneath that is black hole, which surprised me. And then beneath that there's, I think that's poison and food. And chocolate and donuts occupy twice as much RNG space as anything else, even though they behave identically. So the majority of the time he's going to be throwing poison, which is a projectile, hammer, which is a projectile, food, which is locking him out of throwing a further item, or black hole, which locks him out, or meteors. And then fairly infrequently... Oh, sorry, no, this is Mini Faust. I was getting this mixed up. This is why I don't like this chart. The color gradients make it annoying to tell the difference. Anyway, so the most common items are like hammer, black hole, Mini Faust, meteor, and food. Which is why you tend to see springboard, the 1,000-ton weight, and helium and such less frequently. Wait. God damn it. God, sorry, I'm looking at the fucking colors all wrong. This is the third one in. This is bomb. Bomb is the most common. Okay, from the top, third, fifth, and sixth. Bomb, Meteor's Hammer. Those are the most common, and that lines up with most people's experience of the matchup. After that, there's 7, 8, 9, which is Mini Faust, Poison, and Chocolate, and no, which is Poison, Chocolate, and Donuts. I think that's it. Yeah, whatever. I've stalled my momentum enough here. You get the idea. So that's the regular item. In terms of calculating jackpot items, like the Meteor here, if he rolls a jackpot item, or sorry, once he rolls an item that has a jackpot variant, there is a 30% chance that it will become a jackpot variant. So it's like a secondary check on the RNG, which makes sense because they had to make that change late in the game without messing up his other item RNG. So rather than like redistribute the percentages of all the various items, they just added a second layer on top of it. This is really, oh my god. Oh, chipped to death. That chart is fucked. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I made a better one and nobody saved it, and god damn it, I'm so annoyed. It's so bad. But whatever. Point is, there are two checks on Faust's item. Pogo does chip damage? Interest. Well, of course it does chip damage. It's a special move. Hey, you want to know a fun fact about Faust and chip damage? In I don't know if it's like this in Xrd. In plus R, the poison damage from actually being poisoned is not capable of killing you, but the chip damage that the poison vial does when you block it can kill you. And you'd think it would be the same for both, but it's not. Actually, it's a special move where you only need to press forward to hit and you enter a stance to do it. Well, so okay, both the pogo and the pogo double tap forward are the same like attack hitbox, and they're both special moves, so they both deal chip damage. So going into the stance and the forward attack from the stance are both special moves that deal chip damage. Oh my god, we're having technical difficulties in the arcade. Okay, and they're playing. They are actually playing. Okay. What's weirder is Elphelt Shotgun H doing chip damage, because that is calculated as a normal because you can special cancel it, but it looks like a special move, or it's a shotgun blast, so they felt it should do that it should do chip damage. So that was actually a small victory for Nage because Fumo spent 25 meter, and you can see him getting hit here gained him no meter. Now he's back to normal meter gain. Whereas Faust was comfortably running mix and generating meter that entire time. She needs it. What's the machine that runs Xrd? I don't know the exact specs of the machine. Actually, it's is it a Nessica machine? I'm not sure. Larry, I can't imagine shotgun without chip damage. Yeah, right? Like, it sort of looks like it should deal chip damage. Another weird thing about special moves versus normals in Xrd is that in order for Jam's kick moves to work the way that they do, her dive kick, jump 2K, is a special move. It's just not coded with a special move input. So you can't hold down and then push K. You have to enter both inputs, both the direction and the kick simultaneously. Honestly, be glad Elphelt 5H doesn't do chip. I am glad. That's a horrible solution. That's a horrible suggestion. Don't even speak that. I wanted to point this out. I love macro throws. What the fuck was that? Why did one frame of Faust jump D come up? Oh no, it didn't. Pardon me. Never mind. I love macro throws like this. Sorry, I hate macro throws because they don't allow this. I prefer single button throws. Because Nage was doing the aggressive thing by being proactive and chasing Fumo into the sky. And he does throw and it doesn't work, so he gets jump H and that counter hits Fumo. And I really love just having the thing about offense be that you just get offense no matter what. And the thing that I don't like about Street Fighter from the attacker's perspective is that when I go for throw, it feels like I'm committing and it feels like my offense is very weak. Which is, you know, it's a different thing in the games, right? There are very few games that actually have one button throws like this. Like KOF still has it, but most offense in KOF is just hop based. Also, it's KOF and it's team based, and I don't really like it that much. I made that video years ago about trying to get into KOF, but I just learned that I just don't like team games. Nick, I play Jam and I never knew that. Laughing out loud. Laughing my ass off, even. Oh, that was a nice dive kick by Nage. That was to cover the backdash. When you do the dive kick like this, he goes really high and like delays it. This catches delay mash. It usually catches throw mash too, and it also catches backdash. And he knew that the poison was there, and the poison continues to exist off screen, so he knew that he would get this combo. And yeah, makes sense. And that's like a zero risk on the part of Faust, and he forces out a burst, because that would have been a shit ton of damage. Because going my way, wall splats in this game, which means you get a consistent combo off of it, which it does not in the older games. Old Street Fighter had one button throws, but they removed it, that being pre-Street Fighter 2. Yeah, it's funny how they iterated on it too, because Street Fighter 2 just had like the heavy punch throw, whereas Street Fighter Alpha, oh, I thought it'd go into Dr. Copper and kill, whereas Street Fighter Alpha had like punch throws and kick throws. Yeah, it did. And a lot of like older fighting games have that as well, where there are kick buttons and you do like a kick throw and the animation's slightly different. And the button you get on quote-unquote whiff is also very different. Vampire Savior, Darkstalkers actually has one button throws as well. It should come as no surprise to... Holy shit, that did so much goddamn damage. It should come as no surprise to you that I just like offense being really good because I hate having to fucking work for my offense. Because I know a lot of people who have really shitty defensive habits, and I think that they should just die for that. And it might come as a... This might strike some viewers as... What is it? This might strike some viewers as excessive, but I believe that everybody in a fighting game should die. Case in point... Oh my god, that's unscaled... That's jump D for a stagger. Unscaled bomb damage, barely scaled jump H damage into a re-jump. God. I have to wonder, like, looking back at this and knowing the changes that Elphelt got, I have to wonder if they thought that the... Like, maybe she had a hard time mixing people with throw because the bomb puts you... The grenade puts you into block stun. I have no idea. Because it's so nonsensical that she escapes. Like, she got the tiniest little nerf bat changes the entire duration of this game's lifespan. That was a beautiful play by Nage. Oh my god, Nage, please. Nage. Okay, that whole thing was just a mess. I'm gonna go back. So Fumo does jump in, does instant air dash, instant air dash, jump in here. He eats the Mega Mini Faust. I should also point out, as far as the Mega items go, the Faust has, the jackpot items, most of them are actually like the same as the regular items or just worse. Like this Mega Faust is actually worse because it's larger, so you can hit it with projectiles more easily. So Nage sees the visual noise here, and he just does 6H, and he catches Fumo backdashing and trying to set up his own 6H, and he gets a combo. Oh, he RRCs to make sure he's safe on hit and on whiff. This is slightly burst safe. There's a timing trick you can do with 5p into close slash, I think. Nice 5D YRC to go through all that. And he just barely gets that punish with scalpel thrust. And then for some reason, Nage just goes for the cool guy combo by doing a link instead of buffering instead of just doing the Rekkas and just winning. Because he's just that guy and he just has to do the optimal combo every single time. Yeah. It's definitely very annoying. Or sorry, Ateli. Black Beat combo. Wait, what change again? I actually lost my train of thought and I don't know what you're talking about. So I'm sorry. If you state it again, you'll probably remind me and I'll remember what I was talking about. Larry, it's definitely very annoying when your opponent is just cycling brain-dead layer 1 defensive options and you need to bend over backwards to keep your offense intact. Yes. Yes, it is. And as this game has gotten to more of its late stage prime, I've definitely noticed a lot of people getting away with doing that. Because people have figured out how to input wake up backdash a lot more consistently, which they used not to do. And wake up backdash is pretty fucking good in this game, unless you're Raven. Because there is a buffer for backdashes. Here's another pop quiz for anybody. How big is the buffer for this game on wake up? Attila, you were talking about some change about grenade and hitstun. Oh, sorry, I may not have made myself clear enough. I was talking about the fact that Elphelt barely got changed and has consistently remained like the best or second best character in every version of Xrd throughout the entire like 6-year run that this game had where it was getting patches. Because it makes no sense to me that you could look at a character like Elphelt and not understand that she's like the best character and that grenade is like an absurdly busted special move. So I have to wonder, like, were Elphelt players just having trouble mixing people because the grenade having both a travel hitbox and an explosion hitbox put people into block stun, which made it hard to throw them. Yeah, that's the point I was trying to make. I got kind of distracted. Nick, 3-frame buffer on wake up? Yamashigam total or extra? There's no extra buffer on wake up. There's a universal buffer in this game, which is 3 frames. So Nick is somewhat correct. However, that 3-frame buffer only applies to... Okay, Nage, calm the fuck down. That 3-frame buffer only applies to special moves, throw, and supers. And normals, I guess. So, like, you know, the standard stuff. It does not apply to... Oh, sorry, it also applies to blitz. Basically, it applies to all the stuff you'd want to do, but it does not apply to backdash. Backdash has its own form of reversal, where it's a 2-frame buffer, so a 3-frame total window, and it will not recognize a backdash if you are... Basically, it will not recognize a backdash if you input a back, and then there's a frame of neutral, and then you're waking up. You have to hold down the back direction for it to register as a backdash, and for it to be carried forward in the buffer. Which means that you actually have to like commit to doing wake up backdash, and if you mistime it slightly, you just get eaten by meaty low, which is what people are doing anyway, because spaced meaty low beats wake up throw. I tell you, weird as hell. Yeah, it's weird as hell. That's Guilty Gear. In the old games, there was no wake-up buffer for anything except specials and supers, so Volcanic Viper was a significantly better wake-up option than throw. But in this game, because of the way that works, people figured out that the 6p plus H throw OS was really good. So you wake up with that a lot if you're trying to represent wake-up throw. Unless you're Eno, in which case you just wake up with 6H. Anyway, sorry, I've been talking over this, and I've been talking about the good stuff that Fumo's been doing and that Nage has been doing, like forced unblockable. But you can see, Nage is just like kind of running away with this, because mentally, Nage is like almost unshakable. And Fumo, he missed his instant air dash. Fumo is just like, I think he's kind of getting to the point where he's just discouraged, and it just feels like he's running into stuff, because I've been there. And this is what it feels like when you fight Faust for a long period of time. You just think, okay, fine, my fucking anti-air doesn't work, my fucking jumping doesn't work, my projectile zoning doesn't work. CIA for you. Mentally untouchable, even? I wouldn't call Nage mentally untouchable. I've seen him crack once or twice, but he's definitely got some of the highest mental fortitude that I've ever seen of anybody in any fighting game. I'm sorry, how the fuck did this far slash whiff? So he gets the wall splat from going my way. Oh, it's a hit. Oh, it's a startup thing. Okay. In a previous version of the game, I think this might have connected. Faust. I think Faust Far S was 7 frames startup, and it traveled the full distance immediately in like the first version of Sign, which is pretty fucking stupid because it's like a 2/3 of the screen normal. There are a lot of like small changes that Faust got to make him like top tier in this game, whereas he was just high tier in Plus R. And stuff like that. Like his normals being... Oh? Like his normals just being a little more reliable and reliably comboing to Pogo. Or going my way doing the wall splat. Or, and this is actually a really big one, the dive kick not having as much pushback on it and making it significantly easier to combo off of is really big. If you play Faust in Plus R now and you do the dive kick into going my way, you'll realize that the dive kick has a really awkward pushback distance, and going my way has the really awkward angle where it's really deep, and it tends to like just not combo because the moves are sort of going in different directions. Actually, there's only one mentally untouchable fighting game player in the entire world, and he doesn't play this magnificent game. Is it Low Tier God? He's pretty mentally touched, though, now that I'm thinking about it. And that's another thing that connects to what I was saying earlier about character-specific combos. It's not always just random hits either. In this case, Elphelt gets a knockdown into sweep, and Nage bursts it because he knows that the character-specific pickup will just mean that he takes like 50% damage instead of 30. So in that case, it was the Far S 2H2D Gatling stabilizing that, and then enabling the character-specific extension off of 2D. Oh, this is an Elphelt round. This is a hell of an Elphelt round. Yeah, just super him, yes. I jest evidently, but yeah, him. It is, don't mind us, our brain is just much. I was shocked when I found out Low Tier God is older than me. I'm pretty old. Yeah, see, Yamashigam, the thing is, Low Tier God has been around for a long time, and I mean, like Street Fighter, I mean, that famous time that Viscant, the Viscant beat him worse than like basically anybody's ever been beaten. That was like 15 years ago, right? And he's continued to stream and do stuff since then. Holy fuck, that was a twin perfect from Fumo. That was fucking nice. I was expecting Nage to get out of there so I'd have something more to talk about, but he just died. Damn. There is something that I just love about people getting run over in this game, and I think no fighting game is really complete unless you can actually do that to somebody. Because the games that I like outside of this do have that, but the thing is, it's beautiful when it's sort of conditional. Because there were interaction points there, and the reason why Nage got run over is because he just didn't have a right read on the interaction points. Holy fuck, I forgot that 6P ground bounces. Jesus Christ, this fucking character. Oh my god. Oh my god. And that's a black beat, but Jesus. He inflicted on Nage what that rank down inflicted on him. I'd be mentally touched after that, yeah. Yeah. Oh my god, that was so fucking stupid. Did you see that? Did you see that? Hang on, look at this. I love this shit. Black hole, mini Faust on the ground. Elphelt looks like she's gonna fall into the mini Faust, so Fumo just doesn't do the combo and starts blocking. But mini Faust actually accelerated because of the black hole, so he went underneath. And of course, Nage knew that was going to happen, so he just starts mashing 6H. I love this game. And the mini Faust actually helped stabilize that combo. Oh my god. I'm not a huge fan of 6p for anti-airs, but you can use it and the reward is pretty good, yes. Oh yeah, no, like Elphelt 6p is like too slow to be an anti-air. Like too slow to be a reliable anti-air. It's just like he felt like doing an overhead around start and it happens to anti-air and he gets a combo off of it. That's another fucking thing about grenade that never got changed. When Elphelt gets hit by the grenade, it replaces the hit stun of whatever you hit her with the grenade. And that'd be fine if the grenade was like a full launch. But if you hit her anywhere, like basically above that height where she got hit, or if you hit her with a big counter hit, she gets to tech out and she can do tech forward buttons. So you're often like semi-safe or unsafe for having the audacity to actually hit her when she was vulnerable. It's like a really old school fighting game thing where her committing to the grenade pull is actually making her safe from things that would hit her, like committing to the grenade pull. Oh no. I mean, on this matchup, he can convert 2D into an air combo starting with JP. Yes. I'm surprised that Faust sweep hit from that distance. I guess the running momentum made it hit better. Like, look at this. Yeah. This conversion doesn't work on every character, by the way, not without a counter hit at least. Yeah, I mean, I know. Like, I know that it's not like a real thing. It's just like, why does Elphelt have that off of an overhead that's already really good? Anyway, Fumo's on the verge of like a really like beginning a comeback. Run up gold burst from Nage. Oh my god. No, you messed up your combo and you died. What happened here? Why did that not work? That looked like it should be pretty... Oh, Elphelt hurtbox. Teehee. Elphelt hurtbox. Teehee, she's not getting hit by this. That is a shame. That is a damn shame. Hey, you want to see some fucked up wall hurtbox stuff that happened to me? Not that. Well, whatever. I bet this is not exclusive to her. Oh, it's not. It's not. What is it? Yeah, Sin, hitbox jank. And then... Yeah, okay, sure. I have two clips for you. Melia's entire thing is having a fucked up hurtbox. I nearly made a video ranting about Melia's hurtboxes because I was discovering them for the first time with the hitbox viewer. Don't even get me started on Melia. This is an old clip I have. I'm going to turn off the audio because it's not relevant. So, okay, so I'm fighting against the net play soul who's named Shadowfire 1500. And we're playing first to 3 rounds because the dude just wants to play. So I decide to punish the Grand Viper whiff with 5D because I want to go into beak driver loops. And that works. And he decides to burst immediately. And I think, oh, okay, whatever. Close slash will help me out. Then frame by frame, we can see this is Sin close slash startup. 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 Active. Active. No, sorry. Now it's active. And it's just not hitting Soul, even though he very clearly should. And I just whiff close slash through his body, and he just does 5k, and I die. Here's what that looks like in real time. This is actually part of what led me to look at hitboxes in this game in more detail. Because this would be going frame by frame in the replay viewer. Sin close slash is actually a very deceptive hitbox. So here's the start up. Like frame 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And here's 8. If you used it a little late, it would have hit, I guess. Yeah, I think it would have hit if I'd let him slide down the wall. But at the time, I did not realize that Sin close slash actually hits directly in front of him, all the way to the ground. You wouldn't think it, because Sin is like swinging the stick above his head, but it actually hits only in front of his body, and it doesn't hit above him at all. I've also been juggling people with Sin close slash for years, so I thought that it hit high up, but no, it's just that you hit them in front of your body, and then it works. Also, Soul was above me at that point and behind me, so it's entirely possible that the close slash actually would have hit if I'd done it like 2 frames later, because the hitboxes would have been like this. Arc Syst's hitboxes tend to be like that. They do. They absolutely do. And I kind of like it. As much as it makes me angry, I do kind of like it. Because the alternative is like the Netherrealm's hitbox philosophy, where the 3D model of the character is the hitbox, and that has its own problems because it makes it basically you can't have things be like too crazy different, because then that would be against the philosophy. And then the other main philosophy is like the Capcom philosophy, where every character is just a rectangle and every attack is just a rectangle, and that's fine, but it's a little boring, you know. Not as bad as French bread. I don't know that I've seen a lot of bad hitboxes from French bread, but I've only looked at like 2 or 3 characters in Melty Blood, like the old Melty Blood. By the way, that 2D conversion I mentioned Elphelt can do, it works on Melia, but her hurtbox, yeah, due to her hurtbox being weird, I can't do it super consistently. That is really funny. Holy shit, okay, sorry, hang on, a lot of stuff's happening here. Meteors. Oh, he messes up his conversion. Meteors bail him out anyway. We love Faust gameplay. That's hilarious. Okay, so Fumo instant blocks the dive kick, and he doesn't want to, he's not sure about a throw punish, so he jumps up to avoid presumably Nage mashing throw, and Nage reads that and throws him up and gets an air throw into the bomb, which is so funny. Oh my god. Yamashigam, I mean for matching the animation. Oh, yes. Yeah, French bread hitboxes are definitely fairly deceptive in that way. Larry, what do you think of the Skullgirls hitbox philosophy? I think that if your hitboxes cost $6,000 US per character, maybe you should find a different way of doing them. That's my opinion on the Skullgirls philosophy. Like, it's funny, and like it's fine, except it's more of the problem that Skullgirls has, where the design decisions for that game were made by like artists rather than game developers. So all of the animations are crazy detailed, and all the hitboxes and hurtboxes associated with those animations are for like artistic purposes, not balance. And I'd be fine with that. It's just like every single attack in the game being like that is a bit much. Especially because Skullgirls characters have... I think like literally every character has at least 5 or 6 standing chains that they can do just to hit confirm and extend combos. As well as at least 2 or 3 on like crouching. So there's just an enormous amount of animation data. And whenever you find a move that doesn't align with that philosophy, you get stuff like, I think it's Philia Jump HP, where it's a circle around her body, but for whatever reason the hitbox is like only a little spoke going out from her body, because I guess it's not meant to be a cross-up because it was too good. I don't know. The thing about Guilty Gear hitboxes is that they're very stupid, but they generally match the sprite, except for when they don't. So I guess they're just stupid in general, never mind. That was a... okay. Alright, I thought he might get a combo, but not quite. Good backdash on the command grab there. So I think the run-up that Nage did here was actually intentional, not just for like positioning, but also to bait burst. Because if you panic burst on the counter hit notification, the burst is stored until you exit hit stop. So he'd be able to see it. Oh, she's dead? She's dead. Nice. Larry, my favorite disjoint to show new players is Xrd Elphelt 5k low crush. Yeah. Xrd Elphelt 5k is... God. Sorry to interrupt. You want to see Xrd Elphelt 5k? Where is it? Give it time. Give it time. There we are. Oh, I love that. Isn't that beautiful? I love this stupid fucking button. That's not 5k, that's like Clash Invincible. That's just how the game calculates Clash Invincibility. But does it do her taxes? It does actually. 5k will defend your personal property against the IRS. Yeah. That was a delayed dive kick to beat wake up throw. Anyway, Nage's actually done an incredible job playing this. Nice air throw. That is a fun thing about Faust Black Hole. It interacts really weirdly with low to the ground air stuff like that. Nice. Nice corner pressure, Fumo. I'm cheering for Elphelt. Nice. Yeah. And this is exactly the kind of thing I was talking about, where Nage would normally be comfortable farming items at that range, but because Elphelt has this, he kind of has to be on the defensive, and he can't just like mindlessly commit to an item. Like, he had to work a little bit for that poison, and work a little bit for that jump call out in that anti-air. Oh no, you're dead, sorry. Is the black hole pull stronger the closer you are, or is it uniform? It's uniform. But it affects Faust less. So that if Faust is like moving backwards away from it and you're running towards him, he can still create distance. Nage sitting on point number 9. A similar thing sort of happened in Fumo's match versus Tomo, where he went up to like an 8-game lead really quick, and then Fumo had to make like a huge comeback of like 3-4 games in a row. Yeah, you can actually get a great example of how the black hole works there, because Elphelt is here and she gets pulled down immediately, whereas Faust gets to jump up to here and he doesn't actually get pulled down that much. Sorry, did I? I meant to... Yeah, okay, sorry, round start, sorry. I thought I pushed the wrong keyboard key there. Right, he just pulled... Right, he throws 2 black holes, that's fine. Beautiful control by Nage to go over the shockwave from the 100-ton weight. There's another thing I struggle with as a player is recognizing when stuff other than far slash is going to work. Like that 5k 2D Gatling that Nage did off of the dive kick. Like you have to essentially do like the Guilty Gear equivalent of a Street Fighter single hit confirm in order to recognize that 5k 2D will work. And I've been so hurt by all of the hitboxes and character stuff in this game that I don't trust it. See, in that case, both players were thinking about Fumo doing dead angle, and Fumo was trying to save the dead angle for when it was going to be guaranteed, so Faust just, or Nage, just ran up and threw him. Anyway, Fumo's got to win this. Oh god, you tried to throw. You fool, you tried to throw after instant blocking? How dare you? Oh, this is a lot. Oh, that's a lot. Another bomb. Oh god. Okay, well. No. I was a dominant clinic on the matchup by Faust. By Nage playing Faust. Larry has a question. The other day I found myself with no meter trying not to get chipped out by Dragon installed Soul Tyrant Rave, so I held FD and tried to IB as many hits as I could to build meter. Is that how that works? Not quite. So in Strive, they sort of inherited a mechanic from BlazBlue, where you can instant block and faultless defense at the same time. In BlazBlue, it's instant block barrier. In Guilty Gear, you've never been able to do that. So if you wanted to use FD, you can't instant block at all. However, so if you wanted to try to survive a multi-hit chip sequence, you would have to try to instant block like the first couple hits of the multi-hit move and then just commit to holding FD for the rest. The thing is, it's kind of weird because you reach this sort of like race case or like edge case where you gain meter for getting hit, right? And any amount of tension is enough to faultless defense for at least 1 frame. So even by if you're just blocking a Tyrant Rave at full health with no tension, you can hold like 1 P plus K to FD it, and you will FD like every other hit because you'll be gaining some tiny minuscule sliver of meter and then you'll be spending it on the next frame. But if you have like, if you don't have a lot of health, then it's gonna be a lot of chip damage anyway. If you see people play against like Venom, where they're blocking I got a bunch of just pop-ups, but still took a ton of chip, so I had a hunch something wasn't right about my approach. Well, yeah. So if you see the just pop-up, then that means you were instant blocking and you weren't FDing. There was a long-running misconception that I've seen some people have where instant block like increases risk or increases chip, and it doesn't do either of those things. It's just, it sometimes interacts in ways where it can give you that impression.
The 1,300 of you watching from all over the world. Now Nage and Fumo are gonna give you comments.
Yeah, well, if you're this comes up a lot in the Venom matchup where he chips people to death with Dark Angel. If you want to survive that, you have to like try to instant block like the first handful of hits to build a shit ton of meter, and then you have to spend all of it on FD. Although one thing about this game that is very different from modern games is if you are, because the instant block window is 8 frames, it's possible to do a single back input and actually get multiple instant blocks out of it. So against something like Kai's charged stun edge, which is 3 hits, or his Durandal called charged stun edge, which is 6, you only have to tap back like twice in order to instant block all of those. Attili, not impressed that Fumo lost, to be honest. I'm a little disappointed in him that he got beat so badly. You can see he's not happy either. Because, like, this is a pretty good matchup for Elphelt. Like, she does win it because she's Elphelt. But I feel like him coming from a different background with BlazBlue means that he just doesn't have, like, the killer spirit of Guilty Gear in his veins quite as much as Nage does. And you kind of need to... You kind of need to play by spirit a lot when you're playing these longer sets. I actually thought this was going to be a much longer video, but holy shit, we still have 45 minutes left? No way. No way. So here's more of the fan art, and then here's more of this. Are they just going to let it go with free play for the rest of it? Yeah, they just ended the stream like halfway through because Fumo got beat so badly. That's a shame. Oh, hey, here's a fun topic. Here are character usage stats from, this is 2017, this is Christmas 2017. This is character usage stats. Soul and Slayer have consistently been like the two most popular characters, and I think at this point Slayer's actually like a little more popular than Soul. But you can see at this point in the game, Soul was the only character to break double-digit popularity. And then Kai is right behind him. I have a screenshot somewhere from like 2018 that shows the top three being like Slayer, Soul, and Baiken, which proves that Guilty Gear players just hate each other and nobody wants to be happy. I do think it's really funny though that like you look at a character who's like a long-standing character like Milia, right? Or like a hot, cute girl character like Ram, and they're both on the like lower end of the arcade usage chart here. I'm kind of surprised that Faust is so uncommon. I think I agree with the Faust players I've mentioned in the beginning of the stream that this matchup is even. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, yeah, sorry. I just have an irrational hatred of Elphelt, but yeah, like the matchup's probably even. If there is a small advantage, it's probably like not a full integer number. Yeah, no, it's even now that I think about it. Faust was fairly new back then. You mean like... I mean, makes sense he would be higher. Oh, you mean... Sorry, yes. Sorry, I thought you were still talking about the matchup. But for the chart, yeah. I mean, answer? Oh, yeah, that makes more sense. Yes. It's all good. Larry didn't think answer would be up there. Yamashigam, I'm surprised that many people play Johnny. Johnny has consistently been one of the more popular Guilty Gear characters. You'll notice there's like a very clear Guilty Gear player pattern, which is cool tough guy with big muscles like Soul or Slayer or Johnny. Potemkin, there as well. Or hot girl, which is like Baiken, May, Dizzy, Jam. I'm kind of surprised that Elphelt is on the lower end here. She's like, yeah. She's like around the same as Venom and Jam and Eno a little bit. Because Elphelt is like a character who's laser designed to be like just this waifu character who just falls over herself and makes you fall in love with her. Maybe Elphelt was the true Baiken all along. the character that everybody loves but nobody plays. Maybe. And maybe that's why she never got nerfed that much. She wasn't used that much. Yeah, I think they just turned the stream off after this. Quest rankings, what is it? Earlier I had mentioned that... Sorry, I'm going to be skipping around here. Earlier I had mentioned that there was a particular hardware that this was on, and I think you get to see it a little bit when they reset the game, or when they reset the machine. Where was it? Okay, yeah, no, it doesn't show the game version build, yada yada, and then it just resets. So yeah, sorry, I don't know what the hardware specs are. But the arcade cabinets for this are not This game was not terribly well optimized. JP players sleep on Elphelt. They thought she was kind of meh. Yeah, I mentioned that last stream when I was talking about the perception of the character. They have a very different perception of her because I guess nobody was just like playing her to the absolute limit of what she could do. Japanese players don't like when you joke about their obsession with Yamato Nadeshiko characters. That is a phrase I don't recognize. Hang on. The idealized image of a Japanese woman embodying traditional femininity through traits like gentleness, grace, modesty, and loyalty. Right, yes. I'm not joking about that, honestly. Hey, if that's your ideal version of a woman, that's perfectly fine. There are a lot worse ideal versions of a woman. Okay, anyway. I've been live... Does anybody want to hop in a lobby real quick? I could do that, and we could go for like 20 minutes or something. Because I feel bad having like 45 minutes of footage of mostly just Fumo getting messed up. Elphelt is built to be cute and all, but also a character made to joke about those stereotypes. She tries really hard to be one and fails to do so. That's true. That's true. I don't have a ton of other stuff to do. So I could spend like half an hour at least. I mean, I don't know if our connection can be good. I'm from Brazil, but hey, yeah, sure, why not? I've played people from Brazil before. In fact, I made a point of, at least I can check it with the ping mod. I got Xrd working so you can beat me. That's perfect. All right, I'll set it up then. Give me just a moment.
Late Stage Xrd.
Yeah? Okay, yeah, and I'm talking over it. Yeah, you should be able to hear me. That'll be fine. And that's game capture, so I can move my windows around and that won't be an issue. Yeah, okay, perfect. Battle with Apologies in advance if you hear a shit ton of clacking. Oh my god, actually, I forgot this. There, did it. I haven't had the noise gate on. Dang it. That should help. That entire time I didn't have the noise gate on, so you heard more than you should have. Alright, well, whatever. Player match. 8-zone room. I guess I'll turn off rematch so that you can rotate on the cabinet. I would never, ever lie. Pog 4? Oh my god, that's crazy. You know, as much as I love this video game, it is a real shame that the online experience is so stupid and so bad. Like, I was thinking about the menu logic recently, and it really doesn't make sense that you have to go through all of the settings to make a lobby, and then the most important thing, which is whether it's public or private, is only shown to you after you actually start creating it. It's also very dumb that the lobby ceases to exist if the host is no longer here, because it just shouldn't work like that, because there's no reason for it to work like that. And that's something that the people who made the rollback mod were presumably not allowed to fix, because the people at Arc System Works don't want you to have a functional PC port of their game. I guess I can go into training mode while I'm waiting and give you guys something to look at.
Who dares to enter the mayhem? Raven.
Holy shit, this game is so fucking loud. I also finally finished my long wandering of which friggin' character color to pick. And I've decided on the Kazunoko color, aka color number 4. Oh, well, somebody's here. Vits, hitbox day 0. 2 ping, sorry, 2 bars, 150 ping. That's gonna be garbage, let's do it. I will switch to the character that people probably actually want to fight, which is not normally Raven, but you guys seem to like Raven. I'm mostly on West Coast, so it won't let me join. Oh, do I have... Oh, man. Sorry, if that's the case, sorry, I'm going to remake the room, and I'm going to... Because I forgot about this, because I normally don't do this. Room connection restrictions. Let's let in everybody. Specific creating room. Okay, now it'll work. Thank you for mentioning that, Yamashigam. I completely forgot about that, because normally I just don't want to interact with people who don't have at least a 3-bar connection. But you're a viewer. You're special. You're not just some guy playing netplay. Yeah, that's another thing about the fucking online experience in this game. If you look at the top right, or really basically anywhere on the screen, the text just doesn't line up properly. And I'm sure that they just figured, ah, well, you know, whatever. It's fine. Who really cares? But I care. Hey, look at this. You like how the text box obscures what the most recent text message was? Love this game.
versus Elphelt.
Now, Elphelt is a matchup that I've personally absolutely despised for a long time. However, Raven does go even in it, so I don't really have much to complain about. And I just need to get good.
Heaven or hell. Duel 1. Let's rock.
Nice 2H. No, not the pickup. Oh, not the Genoverse. Oh my god, he's good? Oh my god, Elphelt, hurt box.
It's not over yet. Counter. Rejected.
No. Ah, fuck. Yep, I was FDing. Shouldn't FD and then mash.
Duel. Keep on rocking.
Oh my god, it actually made my combo work. Doesn't work. Oh, you're good. You know. Good 2H to go under the orb, by the way. A lot of people respect that when they don't have to. Holy shit, this game is so loud.
Duel 3. Turn up the heat.
Oh. Yes. I gotta spend that excitement, dude. God damn Elphelt. Oh my god. No. He tried to Fumo me with the IAD blitz. That was sick. Hmm?
Raven versus
Kai. I was playing against a Kai player recently. Although he was actually just a Slayer player in disguise.
Heaven or hell.
Still getting used to hitbox? I know. It takes a lot of getting used to. But it is worth it. Damn it. I just only want one thing and it's disgusting. Technically, it would have been optimal to do Getroyer there, or just to do another ROC grab, but I felt like letting you burst. That was stupid. Oh my god. God. It won't take long for me because I'm a keyboard player, but the button positions and sizes are still different. I have to look to my controller to hit burst. See, I've been using macros forever for that stuff, so it's still pretty close in the muscle memory for me. I played on stick for a long time playing this game. I actually want to tell people about the history I had with my controllers in this game, because my controller progression was keyboard, gamepad, hitbox, and then now leverless, and 2 different types of leverless. What the fuck am I mashing? It was a fucking nice dash, if I do say so myself. Oh god, fuck. No, I tried to air throw. Fuck.
All or nothing.
Yeah. Damn it. No, fuck. God damn it. First you dead zone. Ah, fuck. Oh, is Halcyon Days not going to play? I picked the wrong care, LMAO. Ah. That is a shame.
Heaven or hell. Duel. 1. Let's rock.
God, no. Ah, fuck. God damn it. God damn it. A few too many of those, I think. I thought I was throwing you.
Duel. 2. Keep on rocking.
No, not the grab. Oh, nice. Nice fucking air throw. Tried to do an instant air dash and messed up the input.
Duel. 3. Turn up the heat.
God damn. Oh, fuck.
It's not over yet.
Mashing. Why am I mashing? Why am I mashing? Oh my god, we... Oh, we have... Oh, sorry, 2 ravens, pardon me. Hey, Shadow Vincent, let's go. Yeah, we got 4 people. Let's play. This mirror is one of the dumber mirrors, I think. Like, all the mirrors in this game are pretty dumb, but this mirror is especially pretty dumb. Yamashiga, my controller isn't working. Sorry. Oh, it's no problem, man. It's fine. It happens to all of us. Oh, don't worry about the connection, actually. It's actually pretty good, all things considered. Oh, I thought I was backdashing. Yeah, fuck you. Fuck you, how dare you try to blitz my tech. Yamashugam, you're having PC problems? Hey, it's fine. I will, tell you what, I will try to, I will try to make time next week for one of these lobbies afterwards, because I'm having fun, and I think it's a fun way to decompress afterwards. You can call me Vitz, by the way. Sure thing, I will. Oh my gosh. I know. Really? Okay. Atelier is just Portuguese for atelier. Interesting. Also, I was going to comment that the live stream has been buffering from time to time for a while. Like it buffers and comes back. Yeah. That can happen when it's... That can happen when the connection is just rough. Oh, fuck. Oh? Oh, nice orb combo. So maybe it's some connection issue, but no worries, it's possible to watch and get what you mean regardless. Okay, that's good. Yeah, I have to imagine it's on my end, because my internet kind of sucks. No. Oh god, no, am I really... Am I getting red? Oh, there's 7 frames of rollback. God. Oh, you threw me? No way. Alright, Vincent, I hate to say this, but your connection is like really bad. Like, I got a little bit of stuttering with that, with Vits, but yeesh. Oh no! Oh fuck, it's the goddamn spectator bug? Okay. Okay, there, alright. Yeah, oh. Yeah, Meshuggah, I assume that you're Halcyon Days, right? You can come over here and play me. I should give you at least one set with a character you actually play, if you're okay with that. Oh, no, he's playing... Okay, he's playing the other guy. That's fine. That's fine. It'll work out in the end.
Good luck.
Oh god, you counterpicked... You, well, you subbed. You subbed a jam? That's crazy. A little lower on the tier list, a little worse in my heart. I'm not a huge fan of this matchup. Understandable. Understandable. Oh, I'm going to die, aren't I? No, I was trying to jump. Fuck.
Turn up the heat.
Alright. See, that time I fucked up the orb, and you thought the orb was going to be good, but it was actually bad.
Keep on rocking.
God, I love Raven normals. Oh Christ! No, gotta do the panic burst against Jam. No. All right. Well, you baited my anti-air, but to what end? Oh, okay. Nice, all 3 hits. No, fuck. You know, I think you switching to Jam spiritually made your internet worse. Not that I'm jonesing about that. Hey, where did he go? Oh, he's spectating. Dang it. Okay, yeah. Some part of the internet might be on my end as well, because YouTube is giving me an error saying that it's not getting enough data from me, or enough bandwidth. Could be available. I don't know that anything really changed, but I'll play a little first to 2 here. 2 or 3 games.
Heaven or hell. Duel. Let's rock.
Oh no. Oh my god.
Duel. 2. All or nothing.
I thought about just going into the stab super there, Getroyer, but I thought, no, that's mean. That's rude. I can't just stab super somebody. That's so mean. But dropping combos is like probably more rude now that I think about it.
Raven versus Jam. Get ready to rock. Heaven or hell. Duel. 1. Let's rock.
See, this is what I should do more often. It's optimal. Just do the optimal combo. Who cares if I have to watch a cutscene? Just kill people.
Duel. Turn up the heat.
Oh god, no. Welcome to Guilty Gear, Halcyon. Welcome to the corner. Welcome to the knockdown. All right, I'll do one more game, and then I'm gonna power down the lobby. I hate to give people that opinion of what Xrd is like, but that's just what Raven does. If I wanted to play a nice guy character, I had many years to do that, and I did not.
Turn up the heat.
See, I have an incredible ability to drop combos. If you want a combo drop, I can drop it. Alright. Alright. Yamashigam, I'm so lost. Ah, so it's you. Is that okay? Announce to close the room. It's hey, don't worry about it. It's all good. I'm pretty washed too. It's just that Raven is autopilot in a lot of ways, so I can kind of hide the fact that I don't know a lot of the matchups very well. Oh, it was Halloween yesterday. It'd be International Jacko Day. Switching to leverless on a new character was a bad idea. Oh yes, it definitely takes a while to get used to leverless. I've been playing leverless with Xrd for, I want to say like a year now, like over a year now. It definitely takes some getting used to, but I think the benefits for leverless are very real in this game, because there are a lot of things that are really nice to have, that just so that you don't mess up your inputs, and having leverless makes your inputs a lot cleaner just necessarily. Anyway, thank you all for coming by. This was a really fun stream, and yeah, about 2 hours long, so that's longer than usual, but you know, we played for a while afterwards, and yeah, it all worked out in the end. I'll see you next week, and I think I'll try to make a short, like 20 to 30 minute lobby a main part of these now, because I wasn't sure how it was going to work out, but I think we all had a good time, and the more I do it, the more people who will come in and potentially have decent internet connections, because it seems like we're spread far apart to the far corners of the earth. Yamashigam, I'm fine in practice, but in actual matches I panic. Yeah, we've all been there. I've been there. All right, well, thanks for tuning in, everybody. I'll see you next week.